My name is Douglas. I'm 17 years old and I struggle with social anxiety.
My name's Haley. I'm 19 and I'm struggling with depression and anxiety disorder.
I'm Hannah. I'm 19 and I'm struggling with depression and anxiety.
My name is Jack. I'm 20 years old. And I struggle with anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts.
My name is Alyssa. I'm 18 and I struggle with an eating disorder.
My name is Alonzo and I struggle with depression, anxiety, and self-harm.
My name is Kenzie and I'm 17 years old and I struggle with anxiety and panic attacks.
My name is Alyssa. I'm 19 and I've been diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder, or OCD.
My name is Delaney and I'm 18 years old and I've struggled with depression and anxiety and self-harm.
My name is Noah. I'm 18 and I suffer from depression and anxiety.
My name is Tawny Smith. I'm 18 years old and I currently struggle with anorexia and body dysmorphia.
My name is Natalie. I'm 18 years old and I have depression and anxiety.
My name is Otter. I'm 19 and I struggle with self-harm, depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts.
My name's Sam. I'm 19 years old. I struggle with depression and anxiety, suicidal thoughts, and an eating disorder.
I think these things in my life have always been prevalent.
I didn't really think it was an actual issue until I got into high school, and I kind of realized not everyone was feeling the same way I felt.
I think I started noticing that I was struggling with social anxiety around 14 or 15.
I started noticing a difference in me around the age of 12, so around 6th grade.
I started noticing my disorder when I was in the 8th grade, and since then it's been continuously coming in and out of my life, affecting me.
Depression to me is just having zero motivation to do anything and just feeling really hopeless, and it almost feels like having a wet blanket draped over your back. It just makes everything harder.
Lead suit that is on you, and you have to continue doing your daily activities every day. But throughout those daily activities, you have something weighing on you, and it makes it a little bit harder to do absolutely anything when you have depression and anxiety or any mental health issue.
Anxiety is like a balloon in your stomach, and it slowly begins to get bigger and bigger, and then one day it just pops.
I always say a film over my life, so it's just something that's preventing me to do things that I truly love doing.
To me, it feels like being stuck in a room where you have to stay for the rest of your life, and you see all there is to see, and then things stop being fun.
This constant need to fix everything and make sure that the world is even, but it never is, so it just kind of never stops.
I just have this constant weight just pulling me back, and it never really leaves. That's the thing about, I feel like a lot of disorders, it's with you every moment of every day.
The thing that I think everyone should really just take in consideration is talking about it, because so many people just hide it inside and bury it, and until that little bottle that you stored everything just explodes.
If I'm alone, I'll try to distract myself with music or writing or reading, sometimes playing video games, something to just take away from what my mind's telling me.
For me, one of the most important things is surrounding myself with a positive environment or positive people who I know understand what I'm going through.
What helped me cope with my eating disorder was when I stopped believing that I could handle it on my own, and when I actually reached out and got real help from a therapist.
So the best thing that you can do is talk to someone about it, because just bottling everything up inside, it doesn't help at all.
What I do to cope with it is usually to surround myself around people who have this positive and comforting energy.
It's just writing it down, getting it all out, just having all the badness in one spot. So it's something you can always come back to just let everything out.
Seeing my therapist every week really helps me so much. It just helps me understand my disorder and just how to cope with it.
Things after that helped me was going to therapy and talking to somebody that isn't directly related in my life. It was just a little bit easier to talk to somebody like that.
Being able to just get everything out without worrying of correction or judgment it's relieving to be able just to talk.
Mental health or emotions in general, there's not they're not viewed as something that we should talk about and that we should express, and that it's something that you should keep to yourself or keep within a fine group of people.
It definitely needs to be a conversation that is brought up in the narrative, brought up in schools, brought up in family situations. Just like mental health overall just needs to be talked about more in a serious light. It's often joked about or pushed aside when it shouldn't be joked about, and it shouldn't be pushed aside because it's a very serious thing, and a lot of people don't talk about their struggles when 1 in 3 adults struggle with mental health, but yet no one's talking about it.
No matter how alone you feel, you're not alone.
You will get out of the darkness someday.
I've gone through so many worse days that I know I can get through this one.
It honestly does get better, and like I know how it feels to just feel like giving up and that nothing is gonna bring you out of this state, but it honestly does get better.
You're not alone in the way that you're thinking. There are other people who are having these thoughts too, and they're valid, and you wouldn't feel like this if you had the choice, so don't be so hard on yourself. It's gonna be okay.